From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Tiger Cats Game Day with Courtney Stephen and Simoni Lawrence.
Welcome to another edition of Ticats Game Day on the Ticat Audio Network. I am joined by future Hall of Famer Simoni Lawrence. Hey, we got to get it started nice and quick, Sim. The Ticats are on a 2-game win streak, and you think I could just come in here saying Simoni Lawrence is my partner on this podcast? No way. We're getting this thing fired up. It is game day in the donut box against the Beast of the East, Montreal Alouettes. Sim, tell me how you're feeling, man. Tonight is the night, man.
Hold on, Mike. No, we not just going to act like Mike didn't just give intro of the year. What the hell? What? Mel Kiper? Mike, what? Adam Sheffield? What? Watch out. Yo, you smoke. Yo, that's the show right there, bro. Yo, what an intro from Mike Daly, one of my favorite people, bro. And you're absolutely right. The Hamilton Tiger Cats are on a 2-game winning streak, and we feel good right now. You know what I'm saying? We feeling real good. But going into this game against Montreal, we're going to have to do a lot of things that we did against Toronto. Because if you understand this situation right now, the Alouettes is the Toronto Argonauts right now, if you could get what I'm saying, you know what I mean? From a standpoint of offense and the way everything is getting ran, because they lost their starting quarterback, Chad Kelly, which they had a backup quarterback came in and everybody thought he was Joe Montana, and then he got benched against us and lost, you know what I'm saying? And now you got the same thing going on at Montreal. Cody Fajardo is the engine over there, and he gets everything going, and now he's out, and now you got a backup quarterback. The backup came in last week. He started forgetting plays, so they put the backup in. Now it's like, yo, treat that backup like a backup quarterback, Hamilton, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's that's what we got to do.
And you're referring, like, Davis Alexander, he's the backup right now or the starter for this game tonight. And I love what you're saying right now, Sim, because we've now chased out 2 backup quarterbacks, made them go to their 3rd string, to their 4th string, bring it back in. And you're saying that's exactly what the Ticats defense need to do tonight, is chase Davis Alexander out of there, see what they have on their 4th string quarterback, and see what he can do to come on in, because hey, listen, the Ticats, 2-game win streak. They get to test themselves now with a back-to-back against Montreal. So it's going to be the home game to start, and then they're going to be on the road against Montreal. And what a way to see where this team is, where you get to go up against first in the East. It's going to be 2 games in a row. Those are double points. Those are double points because this is everything runs through the East in order to get into the playoffs. And I know the playoffs are down the road, but you always want to win these East games, and when it's a back-to-back like this, Sim, is there something different that you bring on that first game, or is this just another game? Give me a little mindset of that.
Look, anytime you in the East, you got to put it on them, Mike. Anytime you in the East, you got to put them on. Like you said, it's a 2-game swing, and what Mike means when he says that is it's 4 points. You know, it's 2 points that they can't get, and it's 2 points that they can't get back from us. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a divisional rivalry game, so it's a 4-point swing. And now we got the Montreal Alouettes coming in here confident. You know, they just won the Grey Cup here, so that defense is going to be buzzing. That their special teams has been struggling, but I do feel like we have the advantage on special teams right now because we're hot. We hot as fish grease. The game is going to be won on I think our offense beats their defense, and I think our special team wins, and we win by I think we win by like 13 tomorrow night. I'm gonna be honest.
Nice
with the
little
fans.
tight one.
Yeah, I this is a game that we win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how we lose this game. You know, no 3rd-string quarterback is coming in Hamilton and beating the Hamilton Tiger Cats. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way it is, and that's just the way it got to be. You know, like too many times that we get like caught around the bubble. You know, you fall in love with the bubble. You know, but the thing in this league remains the same. You can't win games without a quarterback, yo.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Ticats have been able to do, is been able to get those quarterbacks feeling uncomfortable, not playing well. And, hey, Ticats lineup, I love this because it was so nice they had to do it twice. No switch-ups. It's going to be the same lineup rolling back out. You can have And listen, Sim, we do have to talk about one thing, and I want to get your take on this because I know you like this guy, but unfortunately, Stavros Katsantonis has been now put on the 6th game. So he's got something that's lingering, something that's sticking around for him. But what an opportunity for Robert Panabaker to come out here and now cement what is his early legacy of having to start and get this Ticats defense back on a roll.
Look, the thing about Panabaker I love so much is he came here last year, got an opportunity, and he learned everything. I was talking about it at practice yesterday. I walked on the field, and Panabaker had muscles popping out of his right arm, had muscles popping out of his left arm. He had them veins popping out of his calves. The boy is in shape, and he's built for this. And another thing about Panabaker, yo, I'm going to say 2 more things about Panabaker. He's a Western boy. He knows his craft. He knows what he has to be, and he's calm. The moment's never too big for them boys, you know what I'm saying? They're calm individuals, you know, they just relax, and they're great. And the thing that he reminds, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Mike Daly. Mike Daly was a guy that came, he's beast on special teams. But when Mike Daly came in the football game, he played at all-star level, you know what I'm saying? If Mike Daly wasn't so in love with Hamilton, he goes anywhere else, he's a starter, you know what I'm saying? All-star, you know what I mean? So that's who Panabaker is right now, and that's what I feel like he's doing right now. Like, Panabaker's a good enough well, he already proved he has a 2-0 record as a starter. Can we talk about that, Mike? How would it feel? You could give way better analysis to this because this is you. You know what I'm saying? This is literally you. You tell us about Panabaker. This is you.
Listen, the thing that I like the most, and actually you and Court talked about this, where you are starting to see the people around Panabaker having to communicate. Talbert, Jamal Peters, Kenneth George, Richard Leonard, they are now having to step up because they realize, hey, we got to help Panabaker out a little bit, right? And that is bringing this group, that's bringing this group together. And Sim, this is what we needed. We needed this group to come together because you start looking at the other ends of the Ticat defense. And I mean, you called Casey Sales out. You said, hey, Casey, you can't let Hendricks get the best defensive lineman of the week. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, Casey Sales, defensive lineman of the week. So that defensive line, they're playing lights out. The linebacker group, I think, has been getting a little bit better too, especially with DQ Thomas coming in. Kyle Wilson's all over the place, it seems like. But this defense, they're coming around, are they not, on this 2-game win streak?
They're coming around, and it's because they're playing confident, yo. It's not like, it's not all exotic. I don't see a bunch of people running in and out. It's like they're playing straight up football, you know. Like I was talking to one of the GMs, right? And I was like, yo, there's not too many teams that are just better than us, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at football. I'm watching football every night. Like, our roster is better than a lot of rosters, you know what I'm saying? If I'm just looking around the league and paying attention the way my eyes see it. So it's not something like we can go into games and beat teams. Like the game that made me the most happiest was when I was watching the Toronto game, and it was towards the end of the game, and Toronto was going on their potential winning drive, and the defensive backs were so confident playing man to man, and like, you know how hard it is to play man-to-man at the games on the line, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they were doing. They was like, yeah, we're just better than you, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you guys have a good record and everything, but we're just better than you. And to add to your point about Panabaker, you're absolutely right. These boys, nobody want to look like the little weenie not knowing what to do, and you got a rookie in here, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you've been playing football for how many years? You got to depend on the rookie right here to tell you what to do, yo. Help the rookie out, man. Let the rookie make some plays, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like veteran leadership. So now it's like it's forcing communication, and I love it, yo. And Panabaker's just smooth. Like, if you just ever watch Panabaker, he's smooth. His emotions is one pace the whole time, and I'm really liking Panabaker. This defense is coming together. These linebackers are making more plays. Kyle had one of his best games against Toronto a couple of weeks ago and playing Montreal, he's going to have another good game, because I love playing games against Montreal because it's a linebacker type of game. You know what I'm saying? It's side to side. It's all the little fast speed motions, David screens, get the ball to the flat, number 6 Philpott, get him on some reverses, let him run some outs and stuff. And this is just like, it's all in the box. You know what I mean? So this is one of those games where I'm like, all right, I'll probably get like 11 tackles, forced fumble, a sack. You know what I'm saying? So this is a linebacker type of game. The DBs do have to be aware because they will try to take a couple shots, but with this quarterback, man, wherever he looks, that's where the ball's gonna go, yo. He's not fundamentally like sound and hasn't had enough reps to be like, oh, I'm here, then here, then no, yo. This is interception city week. You know what I'm saying? Last look, boys. Last look, guarantee. Last look. Wherever he looks last, that's where he's going. You know what I'm saying, though, Mike?
and that's what it is. When you get those backup quarterbacks in there, they're just nervous about making a mistake. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to look over there, see what they can see from the defense pre-snap, and be able to get that thing out of his hands nice and quick. And that's what Alexander has shown on Montreal, is that he wants to get that thing out quick. Montreal is typically a big shot offense. So they lead the league right now in big plays on offense, but that was when Cody Fajardo was in. Right?
Yeah.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna try to walk your defense down the field, put together first downs with Davis Alexander, make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. And that's the perfect time for that defensive back group to get up there, like you talked about in the end of that Toronto game, and start challenging the receivers. Let these linebackers win against the run game. And I think it's a good recipe right now for this Ticats defense.
100%. You're absolutely right. And the thing that I challenge the Ticats defense that they will have to worry about is Fletcher. Fletcher's plays running back for the Montreal Alouettes, and he is the best player on their offense right now. I know Philpott's getting a lot of love right now. He's a great football player, and he's having a great season. Shout out to the Canadian Philpott. But Fletcher's the guy that keeps this offensive moving. You know what I mean? He's the guy that's letting all these big shots happen because he's getting a lot of attention. Because, first of all, when he goes out, he's a running back. When he goes out and he's a check down guy, you can't drop 18, 21 yards because now you got to tackle Fletcher with like 100 space, and it's just you and him. You know what I mean? So he's a back that takes the attention off of those digs. Now it's like, oh man, I got to hold this dig, but I got to be Simoni Lawrence in the field to make this play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it gets shaky. And then another thing with him, he's running really good between the tackles, so that's opening up the play action game. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really good. He's a very good quality back for a team like this. And another thing is they will run they'll run a couple of screens. All their screen passes will come after the 50-yard line per usual for Montreal, you know, when they're expecting like man-to-man or zero pressure, you know what I'm saying? So we have to be aware for that because I think Fletcher is the guy that they're going to lean on to get this offense through the game, if you guys understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the screens, those little dump passes where you get the lineman out in front. It's just to make sure that when that defense is pressuring, they want to just get over top all the people blitzing the quarterback and essentially have a run play behind those blitzers. But listen, we're talking about an all-around running back.
Yeah.
Let's look over to James Butler on the other side. This offense, Sim, is pretty exciting to watch. I mean, Bo Levi Mitchell, his best game, 5 touchdowns, right, career high. James Butler, another 100-yard all-purpose game. They are going to have the biggest test going up against this Montreal defense. They're number 1 in yards given up, and really the strength is on that passing defense, which I've said this before, unstoppable force versus an immovable object right now, and it's going to be a real big test for Bo Levi Mitchell, those receivers, and I feel it's a James Butler game to get this going.
I'll be real with you. This is one of the games, like, I'm going to be so happy sitting on the sidelines watching this game. This game is going to tell you a lot about everything because our offense, I believe we have the best offense in the CFL. I don't care what the numbers say. That just from my eye test, I'm telling you, if our offense is functional at their level of I see that they should function at, we have the best offense in this league. You know what I mean? And it's all because we got guys that are extremely hungry. offensive line, starting with the guys up front. These boys give Bo Levi time that I've never seen in my 10 years, playing for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. You know what I'm saying? And this guy's able to scan the field to throw the ball to guys like Tim White. You know what I'm saying? We got Bridge over there as well. And then we got Hakuna Hakavala, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But he just scored a touchdown, number 81, And then we got Keandre, I love football, Smith, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Dunbar, I want to run somebody over right now because I don't care, you know what I'm saying? And then you got James Butler, who is going to, listen, James Butler is at 85% right now, guys. He's not even where he's not moving full speed yet. I'm telling you guys, I see football at a high ass level, yo. James Butler isn't even his best right now. These boys are not even functioning like tip top yet. You know what I'm saying? We have the best offense. And then I'll be real with you guys because I'm going to keep it real on these podcasts. We're going against Montreal. That's the best defense in the CFL right now through my eye test. They play the fastest. When I say they play the fastest, it means they play smash mouth football. You know what I'm saying? It's a race to get to the football for Montreal. Like, all of them boys want to make a play. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys aren't fall stepping to do nothing. No, when they come, they're going to hit you. But I still think we have that advantage. That advantage is ours, yo. Like, that advantage, offense versus defense, is ours. I'm telling you, Montreal's a great defense, but I feel like we're elevating at another level even, and we're gonna win that matchup. But it's must-see television. This offense, Bo Levi versus Beverett and them boys, and then we also got Dylan over there, man. Hey, talk about Dylan for a little bit. We got Dylan over there, so that's gonna make things a little funny, yo.
Well, and this is what I'm excited to see. I'm excited that the offense of the Ticats is going to have to be physical. They're going to have to be as physical as possible. They're going to have to, what they'll end up having to do is, this is going to be a game where you got to punch somebody in the face. Yes. You got to knock somebody out. You got to punch somebody in the face. And it's going to start with that offensive line that you mentioned, right? Bordner, Revenberg, Beard, Woodmansey, and Jordan Murray, who I thought did an awesome job when he came in on his first fire. But these games, when you have a defense like that, you're going into this game. You're going to get bloody. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to win that last push battle. That's exactly what this game's going to be, because on that side with Dylan Wynn, he's getting them fired up. Beverett still hates the Ticats from what happened when he was with us, so it's going to be fiery, and there's going to be a bunch of talking after the play. But this is what I love. This is what I love about these games, is that you can't hide in games like this. We'd always talk about it. You can't hide, and you got to show up on film where you're putting your helmet into someone.
This is your favorite type of game, fellas, and I'm going to keep it real with you, yo. Like, James Butler, yo, talking ish is not your game. You're a complete running back, yo. Put it on Bev, yo. Run Bev over, put it on everybody that's over there trying to smack you, and then get up and go back to the huddle, yo. We don't got to do no talking, you know what I'm saying? Because that's their world, yo. That's their world. They feed off of that stuff. Trust me, yo. They feed off that kind of stuff, Do your job, get back to the huddle. Hey, big boy Colt and Rev, where I want the get back to be? Ooh, that guy's around the pot. Hang on them boys a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Put your 300 plus pounds on them, you know what I mean? Just put your body on them and keep putting your body on them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to wear these guys out, yo. They're a very good defense, but our offense, I'm telling you guys, our offense is going to click, yo. Like, click, 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 click. There's too many weapons. Daly, like, Montreal, love their defense. Another thing about Montreal's defense I'll tell you guys about, they're well coached, you know what I mean? On the level of nothing looks like what it's going to be. So they're going to change their looks up. They're going to have exotic blitzes. They're going to do a lot of plus ones. They're a group that's been together a lot, so they're going to be showing different stuff and trying to trick Bo, Like, this is a D coordinator that's like, oh, yes, you know what I'm saying? So we have to be aware of that as well, Like, it's a check. Like, when I tell you this is must-see defense, our offense versus Montreal defense, this is the game of the week. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Don't listen to all these reporters. Like, this is the game of the week. Hamilton's offense versus Montreal's defense is the game of the week, and you get to see where everybody's at in the league. Just trust me. You don't got to believe me. Just watch and trust me. You'll see, yo. And, like, special teams. Hey, one of my little rookies coaches special teams over there in Montreal, and, you know, he's going to have them boys fired up. He was here Archambault, you know what I'm saying? He was
Byron
here. He's gonna have
Archambault,
them,
yeah, that's right.
So he's going to have them boys fired up. He doesn't want to, you know, like, it's, yo, all these boys, like, it's a war, you know? This is a small league, so everything turns into a war. He's coming over here. He's going to have these boys fired up. Yo, we're not ducking nothing. We got 2 back-to-back block kicks in a week. Yeah, like, you don't, like, I think the percentage of losing games when you block a kick is, like, impossible. It's like you have an 85 to 90% winning percentage of winning a game after a block kick. So whoever blocked number 99, one of my favorite players in camp, got the block this week. And then the week
Kobe
before, Kobe Jones, and then Litre got the block. You guys went to Vegas, right? And you were like, you know what? I'm not going with the odds, yo. I'm going with the best odds. I'm going to make sure my team has the best odds of winning this football game. And you just increased your team 85% and up to winning the game after the block punt. Good job, Litre. Good job, Jones. Give us more of that, and like our odds are in our favor, you know, because it's going to be special teams and our offense. Our offense wins and our special teams win. This is our game. Easy, yo. Easy, too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like, easy.
And Sim, hear me out too. Because of those 2 block punts in a row, I agree with you. This special teams battle is going to be one that the Ticats need to win. Because when you're going up against a defense like Montreal, right, where they are going to throw different looks at you, they're going to try to confuse Bo Levi Mitchell, and they're going to win some of these drives, right? They're going to stop the offense, just how football goes. You need to win the field position battle. And where that's going to happen is in the special teams. But hear me out.
Yeah.
2 blocked kicks. So your boy, your rookie, Byron Archambault, the special teams coach over in Montreal, he's sitting there telling all his guys right now, hey, we are not letting them block a kick. They have 2 in a row, and we are not letting them block a kick. So this is a game for, I think, Devon Harris to earn his nickname for Simoni. For Simoni next week on this podcast to be calling him Smoke Harris, because this is a game where when they're so worried about giving up a block punt, you set up a return. He's going to have room to work, and I can't wait to see him break out. I feel that this is going to be his breakout game. I'm looking for at least a 60-yard return on punt return, or at least a touchdown. There needs to be something with Devon Harris.
I had to put my other headphone up when Mike Daly was talking just now, because Mike Daly talks football, gives me the goosebumps because he knows what he's talking about. We just blocked 2 punts in a row, guys. So what's going to happen is they're going to be max protection. You're going to see some of their gunners come in to give people chips and just make sure everybody's easy before they let the ball off. And what happens when you bring more people in to protect the punter? There's less people out to get the returner. So this is a game where Harris may be able to get his nickname back. But I'll tell you this, Harris, if you take a 60-yarder to the 60 yards and you don't score, you're not getting the name, bro. It has to go to the house. So Mike has you going 60 yards, but it better be for a touchdown, because if you get caught, you're going to prove my point, my dog. But nah, this is definitely his type of game where he's going to get some openness, Mike. I feel you, bro. I'm listening. I hear you. And this is... we have to win special teams, because Archibald's going to have these boys ready, and he's going to be like, oh, they want to block punts? We're sending everybody too. So listen, punt team, y'all got to be aware. You know, like, this is one of those games where it's like, Montreal, the way Montreal plays is like, yo, we're not going to feel nothing that they don't feel. You know what I'm saying? Them boys like to bring pressure. We're going to bring pressure. Them boys like to hit. We're going to hit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what our defense also has to that's going to be key too, because I'm going up the bow like, yo, don't worry about nothing. Y'all handle y'all business on there. y'all not going to feel nothing that they not going to feel. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody gets smacked over there, somebody going to get smacked over there. Y'all throw a pick over there, I'm getting a pick over here. So don't worry about none of that. Y'all don't got to talk about nothing. Y'all go out there and do your job because y'all not going to feel nothing that they don't feel. That's what I'm telling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want these guys getting in the chit-chat battle with Beverett and them boys, you know? That's what they do, you know? Bev's from around my way, you know what I'm saying? So just leave that alone and just play football. I got the defense. Y'all got it, you know what I mean? Don't let the boys feel nothing that they not feeling, yo. You know? Daly, you got me hyped, bro.
Hey, and I love it. I love it too because the way you talk about this is you're playing obviously to win this first game, but because it's a back-to-back,
yeah,
you're leaving an imprint for next week as well. So you need to win these battles where it is when it's a one-on-one, I'm blocking you or I'm getting off your block. I need to win that battle time and time again because I want you to be thinking about that all week long after this game up into the next game so that you're worried when I come across and that number 21 is in front of you. Look. And you're going to have to face him all game long again.
Forget the 21. We talk about Panabaker and them safeties when that 35's in front of you making big plays. And you're absolutely right, Mike. Like, bro, this is the type of game that you live for during the regular season. You know what I mean? Like, the boys been playing out west. You know you're going to go out there and do what you do. But when you're in these East games, you get to play real football. Like, this is going to be real competition football. Hey, James Butler, I'm talking to you, but don't listen if you don't have to. Like, sometimes, like, these games are setup games, yo. They like to bring +1, so James Butler is going to have to scan the Sam linebacker and the Will linebacker, and sometimes the Mike linebacker blows the A's, so those are going to be his point of contacts. Yo, James, on tape right now, bro, you stand up a lot, yo. You might want to cut some. Might want to cut some trees this week. You know what I mean? Switch it up. Don't let me know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up. If somebody's coming too fast, yo, Simoni Lawrence tackle, bro. Simoni Lawrence tackle right on them thighs, man. I'll tell you one thing about linebackers getting hit on them thighs where we don't normally wear no thigh pads or nothing. Get that little contusion. Now we limping the rest of the game. Just play football, bro. Just play football. Don't listen to me, but you listen to me.
Yeah, and I like that because everybody in their
back-to-back games, you know what I mean?
That's exactly it. And what you're trying to do,
chess.
Yeah, exactly. You're trying to change up your tendencies because at this point in the season, there's tendencies on offense, on defense, on people specifically. So like you said, with Montreal bringing +1, that means they're bringing more blitzers than we have to block. And that's on James Butler to pick up one of those free blitzers and Bo Levi Mitchell to get it out in those hot routes that we say. Well, you saw Luther take one to the house against Edmonton. Get that thing out nice and quick. Listen, I do need to give flowers to guys that we don't normally talk about all that much. But Mark Leggio, 14 straight field goals. Yeah, go off.
Oh, listen. Mike Daly, bro. Oh, good shit, boy. You crushing it. Hey, so look, let me tell y'all about Mark Leggio, yo. So Leggio, I seen him at practice today, and I just gave him a hug, and he was like, "Thank you." You know, a little Italian boy. You know what I'm saying? Or man,
hey, kickers are people too.
Kickers are people too, and you know I'm hard on the kickers a lot. You know, even in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So I see Leggio, I give him a hug, like, bro. When I'm watching you play football last week, bro, like I leave my podcast room, I go in the kitchen, I get food, and I guarantee the points. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a 40-yarder, 50-yarder, extra point. Like, that's a commercial break for me because I know what's going to happen. I see it before I see it. Leggio, you're freaking clutch, like you would say. And the way you put your hands up like the Italians do after you eat something good or something. Yo, you feel me, Leggio? We love it, yo. We love Leggio, you're so good that I just broke the whole system. I don't even know if the cut's going to be good, but just know I knocked everything out because I was talking about you so highly, yo. Yo, Legs, keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate people that take their job seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate knowing that I can go get some food during the Tiger Cats game, during the field goal, you know, just because I know that you're going to do what you're supposed to do, Lego. So I just want to give you your flowers, your roses. Just continue to be you, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the best feeling in the world than being like, yo, Legio, just be you. You don't got to be nobody else. Just be you, Legio. Hey, kicker, shout out. Hey, and I'm going to show some love to Whitey, too, because I can't leave. Because snappers, even though all he do is throw the ball through his legs, yo, run down and talk nasty to the boys, which I like. And hey, listen, Whitey, I appreciate you getting the ball back there. Shout out to the punter, the holder. Our punter's been kicking some bombs, too. And he's putting them in the right position.
Yeah.
Yo, so let me tell y'all something about our punter. I'm coming back, Leggy. I'm not done hyping you up. And Whitey. But this punter, he's kicking the ball, and he's putting it in the money zone. Let me tell y'all guys about the money zone, Ticat fans. Mm-hmm. So if you ever want to know if it's a good punt or not, this is how you judge. If it is between the numbers and the sideline, that is a great punt. Anything inside of the numbers, oh my gosh, boy, that's a lot of field to cover, yo. And you can stem and you can set things up. So anything from the numbers to the sideline, great punt. Anything inside the middle of the field, whoo, just hold your breath, yo, because it could get dangerous.
Well,
so
that's it,
yeah.
yo. That's it, because it's when you put it into the money zone, you make that big CFL field into a small little arena field. That's an extra attacker. And, hey, the sideline, 100% on the tackles all time.
Yeah, I think the only person that make better tackles than the sideline is Simoni Lawrence. I don't know who said that, but somebody said that. Hey, Whitey, bro, I need you to do me a favor. So Dylan Wynn is on defensive line for special teams, field goal block.
Punt return. Yep.
Yeah, field goal block and punt return, yo. Get his hands off you, yo. And you got to make sure you punish him, too, yo. He likes to turn the shoulders and get those blocks. When he turns them shoulders, Whitey, that's your matchup. I'm watching that, too. Since you want some love, yo, I'll give you some love, yo. We're watching that matchup, yo. We're watching you versus Dylan Wynn. Let me see. Pull up your socks.
I love it. And hey, if you can't, Tiger Town, if you can't feel how excited we are for a game like this. The Beast in the East, Montreal Alouettes, against the streaking Hamilton Ticats. Simoni's punching his microphone out of his studio right now. We're getting fired up. Sim, give the fans one more thing. When you're watching this game, give me a matchup that you're looking at to say, hey, if you're watching this game, every so often, take a peek at these two guys. This is what's really going to matter from this game and moving forward. Give me a matchup that you have coming in to this game.
Oh man, because the game's won between the tackles. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got you a nice Mike linebacker, you got you a nice Will linebacker, you got a nice little Sam linebacker. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, hey, Kyle Wilson versus Fletcher. Kyle has to win that matchup. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be isolated on Fletcher a lot, and he's going to have to make some big plays on check down receiver or check down running back. So Kyle versus Fletcher, that's a matchup that you're going to get a lot of, and Kyle has to win this game. So Kyle should have a big game this week against a team like this, because everything happens inside the box unless it's a jet sweep that they're going to run with Phil Pot, you know what I mean, and a lot of screens. So Fletcher versus Kyle Wilson, that would be my first matchup. Oh, man. And then you could even, like, yo, I don't even think nobody's going to try my boy over there, yo. So what I'm doing, y'all, I'm holding up a $2 bill, you know what I'm saying? Because that boy Jamal Peters is money, you know what I'm saying? So you can only get these $2 bills in America. So I got to give it to Jamal Peters, because I got to give my dog his flowers too, because, like, he's worth the price of admission. If you ever just want to watch, like, confident, fun football, watch Jamal Peters play football. The way he tackles like a pro. He doesn't just tackle to get people on the ground, which a majority of DBs do, not including Mike Daly. Like when these guys come and tackle, they tackle to make you feel it, you know what I'm saying? And I could always appreciate that. So that's $2 for my dog Jamal Peters. And another thing is, he's confident playing man-to-man. When I was saying about the way we won the game last week, he was pressing the Toronto's best receiver and playing man-to-man on it, and confident too, because you're going to get beat when you play man-to-man. But he's winning most of his man-on-man defense. And, he's reading, jumping the balls. He's just like, it's fun to watch Jamal Peters. So just watch the boundary side. Watch that boundary side, because it's going to be very fun football over to the boundary. And I like another matchup we're going to have to watch is Dequoy versus Bo Levi Mitchell. Let me tell y'all something about this boy Ducroix from Montreal. He's one of those, he's a firecracker, yo. And the thing about him is he's a gambler, you know what I mean? He's a big gambler, yo. And sometimes he's not as good as, like, he's rangy, so he can play over the top and stuff like that. But he's not a guy that can, like match up, so they like to put him down like a down safety in the States, like a cover 3 safety, you know, let him float on the hashes so he can read stuff and make plays, you know what I mean? So it's going to be one of those things where, Bo, yo, find Ducroix and get him off his target. And then, yo, the balls you like to throw so much, Bo, will be wide open. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what Bo likes to throw, but you know who you have to find, Bo, before you start throwing it? Find Ducroix, yo. So we got Bo Levi versus Ducroix. We got Kyle Wilson versus Fletcher. And listen, we got the Hamilton Tiger Cats offensive line versus the Montreal whole front 7, guys. Listen, these boys, they send exotic blitzes. They like sending the dogs. Like, they send blitzes where they're trying to get your quarterback out of here for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Like, them boys is coming full speed, blindside shots. So this offensive line, and I'm going to put Butler in there as well, you guys have to protect Bo Levi on these exotic blitzes. Do not let him get hit too much because they are coming. So our front 7 offensive line, and I'm throwing you in there, Butler, because you're going to have to do a lot of pass protection. And I know we even going to add some extra, you know, just to make sure everything's everything. But we have to do a great job against that front 7. So here you go to answer your question, Mike Daly. We got Kyle Wilson versus Fletcher. I hope it's a body bag. We got our offensive line and James Butler versus their defensive front 7 for the exotic blitzes and everything. That's a body bag, I'm thinking. And then we got Hall of Fame Bo Levi Mitchell versus the up-and-coming Canadian star Ducroix. I hope that's another body bag.
And I love it, Sim, because you are absolutely right. With Bo Levi being able to move some people around, getting his all-star receivers open, I love it, because when they send that pressure, that's when you release our receivers, and that's when they're gonna make some people miss. You know. Big plays happen from there. Hey, if you want to see some big plays, if you want to see some smash mouth football, if you want to see the best game this week, come out to the Donut Box. 7:30 tonight. If you can't be there, listen on the Ticat Audio Network.
Yes.
Hey, and I am excited for this one, Sim. It is always fun doing this, especially for this game. From Mike Daly and Simoni Lawrence. Hey, I almost missed it.
What's that?
Life's like a sandwich.
Yo, no matter which way you flip it, the bread come first. Pay me to stop, get paid, stay paid. Shout out to Mike Daly, yo. Shout out to Mike Daly, came in here with nothing but clips, yo. He made me almost want to be a coach or something, you know, or GM or something, you know what I mean? But then I had to settle back and be like, Mike, I want to get married like you and have kids, so I can't do that. But, like, yo, you got my juices flowing. I appreciate it, Mike, yo. Thank you, Hamilton, for tuning in. I'll see y'all all at the game tonight, baby.
We hope you have a great game day.
Tiger Cats Game Day with Courtney Stephen and Simoni Lawrence. Like, follow, and be game day ready.